Hello everyone, and welcome to another Pathfinder adventure card game scenario. This is scenario 3.5. We're over at the Elemental Trenches with the character Drelm. We're at this location. At the start of your turn, roll 1d6. Recharge all cards in your hand that have this trait, and see said chart. Alright, well, Drelm's hand is fine. Advancing the Blessings deck, it's a Blessing of Bastet. And we get a Skeletal Jackal. Alright, but we did already, we do need to roll for the Elemental Trenches. Can't forget that. D6, we get a 5. So anything with the fire trait, looking at Drelm's hand, he does not have anything with the fire trait. So we've taken care of the Elemental Trenches, and now we can explore. So immune to cold, mental, poison trait. Alright, if the check to defeat has a piercing or slashing trait, and we are going to use our Falcata. Sorry for the glare there. So it is a +3 modifier, which isn't only a big deal because here we're going to do strength, or we're going to do melee plus 2d4. So we're just going to reveal the card. Assembling our dice, d10, 2d4. Then our melee buff is +4. Okay, so feeling pretty good about this. Rolling dice. Oh, we get an 8. Wow. 9, 10 plus 4. So we get a 14. Okay, we only needed an 11. So Drelm has gotten some pretty bad rolls lately, so let's hopefully that'll end. So this Bane is banished. Looking at Drelm's hand, we just defeated a monster. So a monster. So we're going to go ahead and cast the Speak with the Dead spell. So cool. I like how that works out. Alright, resetting Drelm's hand. We're going to advance the Blessings deck. It's a Blessing of Isis, and now we will explore. Well, I guess we have to roll for the Elemental Trenches first, before we explore. So we roll a 4, anything with the electricity trait. Okay, so so Drelm doesn't have any of his cards have these traits, so for now he's not going to do that. Doesn't have to worry about it, I should say. We're going to explore now, and we get the Insanity Mist. So we did not examine this card. So we have to automatically display this card next to your location. While displayed, at the start of your turn, succeed at a Wisdom or Perception 10 check, or banish this barrier, or 2 banish this barrier, or you are dealt 2 poison damage. Well, what's awesome is that we have the Speak with the Dead spell. So it's going to give us a die on our Wisdom check. Okay, so this card right away just goes to the top of the deck as a reminder. What we're going to do now is we will advance the Blessings deck. It's a Blessing of the Ancients. We're going to roll for Elemental Trenches. See what happens here. Even though technically, due to Drelm's hand, poison, he doesn't have anything with the poison trait. But now we have to deal with the Insanity Mist. So we have to succeed at a Wisdom 10 check. Well, Drelm's Wisdom is D8 plus 2. And thanks to Speak with the Dead, he can add an additional D8. So let's see, we need a 10. So let's see. We really don't want to take 2 poison damage, so I might regret this, but I'm going to play a Blessing of Pharasma. Discard it because I want an extra D8. Okay, we definitely don't want to take 2 poison damage, so. Alright, so we rolled a 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and Drelm's Wisdom is +2. So wow, really glad I chose to use that blessing. So, oh, you know what? This is a trap. So since it was a trap, Drelm could have also used his Divine skill. But so anyway, this barrier wasn't as big a threat as I thought. The blessing is wasted. Oh well. We're resetting Drelm's hand. We are going to advance the Blessings deck. It's a Blessing of the Ancients. We're rolling for Elemental Trenches. Rolled a 1, so anything with the acid trait. We have nothing with the acid trait. So we will now explore. Alright, and we get the villain. Okay, so it says here she's immune to the fire trait. I don't have anything with the fire trait in my hand. So we don't have anything with the cold. Oh, sweet. Check this out. We got the embalming fluid, which has the cold trait. Man, that is amazing. So if the check to defeat has a cold trait, we get to add a D8 straight off the bat. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and use our falcata. So, with the falcata, what we're going to do is, with the falcata, we're going to discard it. So we roll our d10, a d10 plus 2d4, plus, since we discarded it, an additional 2d4. Assembling my dice here. Where is the extra d4? I know it's around here somewhere. Extra d4 is right there. Any 4s that we roll are 5s. And we're using the embalming fluid, which gives us a +2 buff. And our melee buff is also +4. So we're adding 6 to this roll. Alright, pretty sweet. Adding 6 to this roll. Let's go ahead and see what we get. Alright, so we got a 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 4, which becomes a 5. So 16, and our buff was +6. So wow, I think we just barely made it. So let's go ahead and do our buff first. So melee was +4. +4, the embalming fluid was +2. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 5. Wow, 17 and 5 is 22. That is exactly what we needed. Wow, that is really cool. Well, thanks to the embalming fluid, which not only gave us a +2, but also gave us that additional D8 since it had the cold trait. Wow, amazing. Well, really, really exciting. This villain, or Bane, is banished. It says, if defeated, you may immediately attempt to close the location, and this location closes automatically. So, the villain for that scenario is banished. The scenario, or the location, is closed, and we can now go ahead and do a deck check. Alright, pretty amazing. Wow, I kind of like that. I always like it when the cards, Drelm had the exact cards needed to win that scenario. And the Elemental Trenches is a really pesky location. I mean, he could have just as easily have had to discard the embalming fluid if he had rolled a 6. So let's go ahead, and we're going to look at the deck. Doing the deck check. Drelm did not gain any new boons that scenario. So he pretty much just has the straight up same deck he had last scenario. But looking at what's cool about the rewards for this scenario are the Sun Falcon Pectoral, and he gets this Sphinx Druid. So I think we definitely want to keep both of these items. So that means that I don't know if we're going to go to a trader or not. I mean, we get both of them. The question is what kind of so we can trade to a trader to Hand of the Honest Man if we really want to. The Sun Falcon Pectoral. I mean, that's pretty cool. We might just go ahead and sell that or trade that. The Sphinx, I mean, we don't really need that character. I mean, she's cool, but I don't think we need to. So let's go ahead, and you know what? Let's go ahead and let's go to... So she wants 3 boons for weapons that have the melee trait. I mean, that's kind of prohibitive. Let's go ahead and instead of Shirazad, we're going to go ahead and meet Smiths of Wati. Because Smiths of Wati are still going to give us a deal. Still going to give us weapons that are level 2 or 3, since we're on level 3. So let's go ahead and do that. Just randomly shuffling the weapon deck, cutting it in half, and starting. So the Smiths of Wati, level 2 or level 3 weapons only. So he's trading a Flask Thrower, Staff of the Uraeus, or the Smiths of Wati says, would you be interested in... would you be interested in... Let's see, level 2 or 3 only. Whoa. Okay, so Smiths of Wati says, look, this is what I got. I obviously don't want this because it has dexterity. Don't want that, it's dexterity. So the only thing Drelm would be interested is this staff. Let's go ahead and zoom in there. Okay, Staff of the Uraeus. For your combat check, reveal this card to use your strength or melee skill plus 1d6 plus 2. You may additionally discard this card to add another 1d6 plus 2. During this counter, you may use the results on any subsequent combat checks. That's pretty cool. Reveal this card and discard a spell to evade a monster, or add, well, that plus d8 to the diplomacy check. Yeah, that's a must. Okay, so we're going to say Smiths of Wati wants 2 boons for this Staff of the Uraeus. So we can straight up go ahead and just give him these 2. But we'll give him that one. But I think we're going to hold on to this one. What else can we possibly trade this individual? Let's see. Actually, this armor goes over here. So I think what we're going to do, it's kind of a hard call. We don't really have a lot. We could give him, oh, you know what we're going to do? You know what's going to be really sweet? We're going to give him the Hand of the Honest Man, because then, check this out. That's going to mean that we only have 2 items in our deck, which means that now Drelm can go ahead and do some deck crafting, and he can go ahead and get the Feather of the Mat, which he traded long ago, to go along with the Effigy of the Mat, and we can have like a mat theme here. So that, to me, that's pretty exciting. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. We traded the Sun Falcon Pectoral and the Hand of the Honest Man in order to get the Staff of the Uraeus, which is going in our deck. So we will go ahead and toss this Kopish so we make room for it. And then what we're going to do is we have to toss one of these allies in order to keep Tetsuria. So we'll toss the, see, we're going to toss the Daba. He's going to run away from us. And now we can go ahead and I'm going to search for the Feather Mat to put in the item deck. And then Drelm is pretty much all set. Alright, well, the deck check is all done. Really liking how Drelm's deck is shaping up these days. And I will have another adventure up shortly. Alright, thanks for watching.